0 score, and 7 years ago, the Capitol Hill bid elected Paul Pascal as chairman of the board. He was to succeed founding chairman George didn't, and he had mighty big shoes to fill.
Well, Paul Pascal, for the last 7 years, has been very instrumental with the bid, and I've personally known him for a long time.
When I look at characters on Capitol Hill with a lot of historic background, Paul comes to mind.
Everybody loves Paul.
So the first time I would have met him would have been at a bid meeting, maybe my first bid meeting.
Paul was right there at the beginning of my career as a public servant.
My first experience with Paul was when we went to a baseball game.
My first impression was, I'm not sure, maybe just kind of a lovely attorney on the Hill.
One word to describe Paul Pascal would be a treasure.
Solid, decisive,
Committed.
Legendary.
Even.
Caring.
Passionate.
He's an institution.
Paul.
My favorite memory of Paul would be when we had an Abraham Lincoln impersonator come to our board meeting to celebrate his birthday and sing happy birthday to him.
The only thing I can think of is on the boat when I play the pirate, and he gets such a kick out of that, and his wife too. She's a dream.
Paul happened to be at my wedding, and I gave Paul a big kiss.
He's one of our top-notch supporters.
I think he's a very fair person.
The minute you see him, he has this funny thing about him.
His jokes that are quite corny, but hilarious.
he's just a solid family man. He's raised great kids here in the city, he and his wife.
In the summertime, he's always wearing a seersucker suit to the board meetings.
Very professional and dependable.
A true American who loves Americana, like cars.
His enthusiasm for cars.
Going off to the auto shows with his cars.
He's really into that.
Everybody knows his car ties.
I mean, he even shows it in the ties he wears quite
And
often.
he has this crazy wild automobile collection, which I always tell him is an obsession.
And he's always got something about Abraham Lincoln, too.
But without question, part of what makes Paul unique has everything to do with his long-term partnership and marriage to Brenda.
Paul's legacy to the bid is carrying on the mission that was originally established by the founding board members.
He came in at a very difficult time in the life of the bid. Our founder and our guiding light, George Dedden, had just passed away. And quite frankly, it was still up in the air if the bid was going to survive and do well.
To have somebody come in there and not miss a beat, and have the organization to continue to not only prosper but to grow and have little to no instability or difficulty within the membership because of some sort of leadership transition. That was a huge deal.
Paul really stepped up and provided leadership in our city.
The improvements that have been made, which have been just drastic as you look around.
He's always concerned about what we can do bigger, what we can do better, what we can do first.
And that has continued, and actually it has skyrocketed in the last several years. It's almost unbelievable.
When I think of Paul, I think of a man that I thought initially was just representing his clients to a man now that really represented the best interest of our neighborhoods, my home, my community.
And if we got to have a cheerleader, he's the cheerleader.
Hey, Spike, did you know that Paul Pascal was stepping down as chairman of our board?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But there's good news in there, too. He's still going to be on the Hill.
Well, that's good.
So we can still stop in and harass him.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
I think a harassment is coming real soon.
Paul, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I want to thank you for your service to, I think, one of the most important neighborhoods in our country.
I wish you the best in all of your ventures.
You've been a great leader, a great counselor, and a great friend to me.
You had some big shoes to fill from George, but you did it.
Good luck in the next phase of your life, wherever you're going to help someone, hopefully.
Paul, thanks for your service and thanks for your friendship. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully we've got many more years to go.
Paul, a job well done.
We'll miss you. We love you. Please come back and visit us.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul Pascal.
Paul, I've been thinking about this, and what I think is that when you took over as chairman of the board, you had a really tough act to follow, which you knew, and we all knew it. And in 6 years, you've done it admirably. So congratulations to you. Keep up all your good work.
It's 7 years.
Oh, what did you say?
Was it?
6 years, yeah, it's been 7 years. It'll be 7 years in March.
Oh, we should change that then. Can we go back to that part?
It is clear that Paul has fulfilled his civic responsibility and is ready now to hand the reins of leadership over to a new generation. His contribution to the community cannot and will not be denied. And now, just as I am, Paul Pascal's chairmanship of the Capitol Hill bid is history.